Hi, enough of these close targets, moons and whatever. We are going to go to Duna with this rocket. This is cheap and simple one. And it has a very high delta V. By the way, I got a new microphone, so probably the sound quality will be better. Let's start with the boosters, carry the second stage to a higher atmosphere where the skipper can do his job more efficiently. With this orange tank, burn until in orbit, circularize, and those tiny separatons have enough power to break the orange tank back to the atmosphere where it will slow down and fall to its doom. This time I chose a proper launch window for Duna. This is not what I usually do because it needs a lot of preparations and very tiring. But this meant that I could use the Obert effect to accelerate me efficiently to an ellipsoid orbit towards Duna. But this also meant that I had to do a lot of course corrections because it's more sensitive as it seems. Halfway I lost my encounter, and even after that there were several corrections to get there. Normally I just do what the LAMP did in the lunar orbit rendezvous. I go to a circular orbit and there I wait until the correct time where I can do an acceleration or braking to get to my target. And finally, when there, I corrected for a normal, not retrograde orbit, fixed the inclination, set the periapsis to 10 kilometers, which was too low, so the aero braking, aero capture maneuver was too effective. I almost fell down. I had to burn up to get a little bit higher and then forward to defeat the drag. I went to a nice 65 kilometer orbit where I waited until the crater with the face got into position on the light side so I could do my inclination change visually. That's the problem with KSP, that there are only dead reckoning methods to find something, and the dark side is completely invisible on the map. So it's very hard to do, only with visual cues. But from memory, I thought it's okay if I just go above the center of the crater. I started atmospheric braking. I realized halfway that the drag is bigger than I thought, so I burnt a little bit upwards to stay in the higher atmosphere. Then I saw the face, so I opened the parachutes and landed as fast as I could. I could have corrected for it, but I wanted to conserve fuel. So went to an EVA, repacked all the parachutes, and had to walk a lot of distance until I got there. Its face is visible in the distance, the top of the image. So I was heading towards it. When I got there, it turned out it's 6 kilometers away, which is not that bad considering the visual approach what I did, and the fuel-less landing. A little bit of fuel was used, and even that was not necessary. So it was a long walk, like 40 minutes for Jeb, 10 minutes for me in physics acceleration, and somewhat boring, but it had to be done to get there. Finally I arrived to the face, the mysterious face, with unknown builders, some aliens who built it, who knows how long ago. for what purpose. So walk the way to the face. When face to face, I planted a flag. I didn't dare to plant it on the face, because who knows what forces guard it against intruders. So the flag is in front of the face. Still, I wanted to go on top of it, because it's more funny that way, and it's also a nice lookout point from where I could see the lander. Jeb is floating above the surface. There is the lander. Never seemed to end, so I decided to fly down. But the landing was not so perfect. Just the last look at the face. Then I was off towards the lander. But I had to look around because the view was so beautiful. After this short pause, I started my way back. All in all, it was around 1.5 hours round trip for Jeb. The 6 kilometers I think is quite good for a visual approach. So got into the lander, checked my distance, which was more what I thought it would be, and decided to go home. There is Ike, the moon of Duna. Meanwhile, I completed my orbit. And found a nice spot to start my escape maneuver from the sphere of influence of Duna. I was looking at Duna and Ike as I flew away. Did an inclination change halfway for 0.1 degrees. It's not really necessary, but did it anyway. Then did my deceleration brake maneuver for carbine. And in the sphere of influence of carbine, I corrected for inclination, equatorial orbit as usual, set 40 kilometers braking orbit. It was too conservative. I was too cautious after what happened in Duna. I did a minor inclination change, really minor one, not the apoapsis. And after several aero braking maneuvers later, I was on my usual 72 kilometers orbit, from which I could do my normal approach to the space center. Looked at the continent flying above it. Towards the end I realized that I'm going to fall short, but it's okay because I'm very near anyway. So opened the parachutes and landed. Thanks for watching. Bye.